the other side from us.
So the field will begin to make its way out. 12 laps the distance here in Elliott's Custom Trailers Kart Semi-Feature Event number 1. Top 5 move straight on into the feature event. 6 through 15 to the last chance qualifier. And these are the drivers that are going to be fighting their way in here in round number 1. On the pole at Galloway, Ohio, the trench shoring at Pink Link number 25. It's going to be Jacob Denny. Lining up next to him is going to be Gavin Miller to Allentown, Pennsylvania. The Sound Gear Toyota Racing Development Mobile 1, number 97. Second row from the inside, Carter Sarr for the Mason City, Illinois, driving the Provoso Partners, Speedway Toyota Spike Chassis number 21K. And to his right, Thursday's MPI Rookie of the Race out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, the Boulevard Truck Repair, Schneider & Sons Recycling, Danner Paving number 98. That is Briggs Danner. Looking at your third row from the 5th starting spot, Shane Connell out of Kansas, Illinois, the Metalloid One Performance Products, Stanton SR11X Spike Chassis, Bordner Welding number 44, and from 6, Will Roll, Kyle Cummins out of Princeton, Indiana, the Oshwegan Speedway, Avanti Windows and Doors, SR11X Spike Chassis number 3G. Zach Weigel out of Belpre, Ohio, the Dave Noss Auto Outlet, S2 Cybersecurity, McCarthy Real Estate, Speedway Toyota Spike CB Industries number 89. He'll go for the inside of row number 4, and outside of him in 21, driver to Warrensburg, Missouri, the Dahmer Powertrain, FK Indy, Stanton Triple X Chassis number 21J. That will be Cameron Key. Jerry Coons Jr. out of Tucson, Arizona, the Schmitz Incorporated, Proterra Landscaping, DKW Pipeline number 85. He will roll from the 9th starting spot. And the driver lining up in 10th comes here to Raisin City, California. It's Mitchell Moles on the AME Electrical Indy Race Parts, Stanton Spike number 19A. Drake Edwards, driver coming to us out of Peoria, Arizona, the Avanti Windows and Doors, Beaver Stripes, Apache Transport, CK Electric number 3P. Going for the inside of row number 6, next to him, the 19AZ. That's going to be Hayden Reinbold at Gilbert, Arizona, the AME Electrical Indy Race Parts, Stanton Spike entry. 7th row, Gunnar Setzer. Setzer coming to us out of Columbus, Indiana, the Professional Concrete. The cure starts now. Stanton SR11, Link Chassis number 43. And from 14th, set to be Frankie Guarini. Guarini out of San Rafael, California, driver of the F&F Racing Z-Max, Stanton Spike number 63. Bryce Massengill. Coming to us out of Troy, Ohio, in the great company, McDermott Plumbing. Speedway Toyota Spike Chassis number 40X. The OG, Glenn Stiers out of Oshwegan, Ontario, Canada. The Oshwegan Speedway Stanton Spike 0G. Set to go from 16th. 17th, Kevin Cook. And the number 77 coming to us out of Winchester, Indiana. The Larry Scott Fitness Supplements, Esslinger Triple X number 77. And outside of him, slated to be Brian Stanfill out of Bakersfield, California, the West Evans Motorsports, QuickTime Racing Products number 75. Brady Bacon going to line up deep in this one at a Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the Daredevil Brewing Company, Speedway Triple X number 21H, the 8X. That is Jeff Schindler of Evansville, Indiana, and the 11S of Steven Schnapp. Set to round out your lineup at Newburgh, Indiana, the Martins Auto Care Incorporated number 11. So the field has fired. Toyota Racing Development pace truck going to make its way onto the back straightaway, and they will begin to assemble side by side, nose to tail.
Big commitment, Brian, as you well know, drivers and teams from really across the country and beyond, who is simple here. It's delayed by a day, so you do not want to put it on the trailer after this one. So that is going to be a mad scramble further back.
Definitely is. You want to be in the top 5 if you want to make your way directly into the feature event. And again, if you're just joining us on the broadcast or joining us in the grandstands, welcome. Quick reminder here in these Elliott's Custom Trailers Kart Semi-Feature event, round number 1 sits the inside, so those 5 drivers. Going to be the inside rows. Round number 2 going to be the outside rows. We will take a total of 10 out of these semi-feature events, 6th through 15th, going into your last chance qualifier.
Tom Hansick, as always, at the flag stand. Things over.
Down to the NOS Energy start can we go to the green. Lap number 1, Jacob Denny going to bring him around and show the way. Gavin Miller going to run in that 2nd spot. Briggs Danner right now running in 3rd. Carter Sarr running in 4th. Battle for 5th. The 44 has it. Caution. Got one facing the wrong way here on the entrance to turn number 1. That is the 77 of Cook coming to a stop.
Chester, Indiana driver.
So out of your Elliott's custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature event, Elliott's also presenting your last chance qualifier. Of course, Drake did the report earlier from atop one of those Elliott's custom trailers, sitting on the outside, exiting turn number 2.
You know, I look down from our position, Brian, and I see that row of Culver bricks, part of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, right there near the start and finish line. And just like over at the big track, kissing the bricks at the end of the night, become a tradition here at the dirt track.
But do they get the milk?
It's a good question.
I feel like that should be solely to win the 500.
But they get the nod.
They do get the nods. Yes, they do. Speaking of which, it's a 2 NOS kind of day.
I want to.
So Jacob Denny in the 25 leading, Gavin Miller running in second, Briggs Zanner in third. Sarf running in fourth, the battle for fifth. Pretty good there before we went under caution. Kyle Cummins with Shane Cottle setting sights on him. Cottle running in sixth, Cameron Key in seventh, Weigel in eighth, Coons in ninth, Moles in 10th. Edwards in 11th, Reinbold in 12th, Guarini in 13th, Setzer in 14th, Massengill sitting in 15th as we go back to green. Drivers already working a little bit higher on the racetrack than we saw at the start of our preliminary makeup event. See how the track progresses here as we move on through our championship showcase during the Driven to Save Lives BC39 presented by Avanti Windows and Doors. Jacob Denny had a little bit of a challenge there in the restart from Gavin Miller. Thwarts that, and he will show the way in the Trick Shoring, number 25. Gavin Miller still running in second. Briggs Danner running in third. Battle for fourth. Sarf has it. You got Cummins trying to take that spot away. Cummins unable to get it done, though. The 44 running in behind him. He will have Key chasing him as well. So if you're outside of the top 5, remember your night is not over. That will take you into the Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts Last Chance qualifier, but you still need to be better than 15. Looking back at the last time by, Bryce Massengill currently holds on to that 15th spot. And the driver looking to take it from him is Brady Bacon, and that time by, he's going to do it. So Bacon going to keep his night alive for the time being. Here rolls up to the 15th spot. Massengill, Steyer, Schnapp, Hobson, Schindler, and Cook. Right now in danger, heading back to the trailer when this one is done.
Yeah, Brady Bacon is not done either.
So 6 in. Now make it 7 in with 5 to go. Leader going to have to contend with a slower car here at the 77 of Cook, who brought out the caution here just a few laps ago. He's going to go a lap down. Leader going to streak to the outside. They work onto the back straightaway. Miller going to come up on that slower car now, not able to clear as quickly. So that's going to allow Briggs Danner to close back in. He's going to take a peek outside, leaves the bottom open. Sarf is there, took a look, couldn't make his way by. So using that slower car as a pick pad as they work on the back straightaway now. Here comes the 3 looking for some insurance.
Briggs Danner got about as high as anyone we've seen in that 98. A little more conditions. 3 cars stacked up and almost in the sippy hole.
Man, 3 wide to the front straightaway. Contact and Carter had that mound of clay down there, and all you could hear was the Waylon Jennings getting queued up.
Yep, I thought he was destined for it. And that's 3 cars came together right there, just not enough room.
Get a look at the replay here on the FloRacing broadcast as
that's a pinball situation, right?
Carter just stuck right in the middle there. Is Cook, the slower car on the outside.
Yep, he's in a Steeler wheels situation there.
He's sideways and down the racetrack. The 21 straightens him out, unfortunately sails him into the 3. And again, a great job by Carter as he got down into the muck. And I really thought he was about to ramp that thing.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, he was in that transfer spot right up there near the front, and Now, I don't know whether or not. Keep him out, and it looks like he may be heading straight back.
We'll see if he goes down to the Indianapolis finishing work here. Again, time during the feature, and looks like bypassing. And the caution lights have gone dark. So Jacob Denny continues to lead. Gavin Miller, Briggs Danner, Kyle Cummins, Shane Cottle. Now going to move up into the final transfer into the last chance qualifier. We'll see if we can hold on to it as we go back to green.
And the Jackrabbit, Cameron P trying to move forward.
Side by side for third for a moment. It will be the 98 of Briggs Danner fending off the charge of the threes. They'll come around this time to the wave of the white flag and 1 to go. Final trip, Danner problems. There is all kinds of spitting and sputtering and fire out of the exhaust, and we have got him stacked up at the bottom side of turns 1 and 2.
Oh my.
So it started at the front, Danner, something going awry on the engine. He pulled it up out of the racing groove, but behind that, did not see how it started as I was watching to see the 98 and if anybody was going to tag him.
I'm with you 100%.
And all of a sudden, it looked like southbound 465 over the bottom side of turns 1 and 2.
You've been around enough to experience that.
My first trip here, I about got crashed twice down there. I think that 55-mile-an-hour speed limit is a strong suggestion.
It's not even strong.
So they will get the 98 cleared from the wall, I believe. Drake York's going to have an update here in just a moment.
Well, we've caught up with Carter Sarf back here in the pit area, of course, taken out while running in a transfer spot. Obviously, this is to be pretty emotional for you. You look to be in a really good spot to make the feature. What happened from your seat?
Yeah, I don't know, just tight there with the lap car, and there's a lot of things I could say right now, but yeah, just move on to, will we be in the last chance qualifier or no?
I believe you're too far out to make it, so this is going to be a night ender.
Yeah, I don't know, we had a pretty good car. We're struggling a little bit there, just playing defense all night pretty much, so I guess come back next year and see what we can do next year.
Tough break for Carter Sarf. He had a top 10 run here a year ago, and he's not going to have a chance to better that here tonight.
Tough break, like I said, getting tied up with a lap car at the exit of turn number 4. Real quickly, a reminder, the silent auction has closed, and if I call your name, you can go down to the USAC merchandise trailer and pick up your product. You have to pay in either cash or card. Justin Zimmerman, Justin Reeser, David Ludwig, and Scott Gaff. Apologize if I mispronounced your name, but Justin Zimmerman, Justin Reeser, David Ludwig, and Scott Gaff. You are our winners in our silent auction. If you would, please make your way to the USAC merchandise trailer and pay for your items. So the scene clear down to the bottom side of turns of 1 and 2. field continuing to pace here as they work on clearing the Avante number 3 from the infield. Let's take it down to Drake.
In here in the Indianapolis finishing work area, the big concern, this lower radius rod is bent in not a great shape here on the 21H. It looks like they're going to maybe push him back to the trailer, and his BC39 might be over. Right next to him is Briggs Danner. Still not 100% sure on the issue here for Briggs, but it is something internal. That much we do know, and we'll see if we can get a further report here in a minute.
Yeah, he was going good, and all of a sudden you just heard it start spitting and sputtering, and then it was just flinging fire out of the exhaust. So something definitely going awry.
And he tried to get out of the way. I mean,
and he did a great job, really, of getting up out of the racing groove. Unfortunately, everything just kind of bottling up behind him from there. As we'll try it again. The green, the white on the second attempt here. Denny going to bring him onto the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4. Checker flag going to fly here in Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature number 1, as we have got problems back in the field coming to the checkered.
Is that Cameron Key one of them?
Yes, it is. Key all kinds of sideways. He had restarted in the 6th position, and looks like Guarini getting collected in that one as well. As we get a look at the replay here as they work onto the back straightaway. Contact from the 89. Weigel's what sailed him around. Watching the leaders work off of turn number 4, looked up, and all of a sudden the 21 was sideways. Wasn't sure how it started. Well, now we know.
Bink.
You got the dink and the doink. There was the dink, and there's the doink. Guarini doing a great job of really just kind of sliding that thing in. Very, very minimal contact, trying to protect his equipment as well as Mr. Keys, as we will line him up. Try it again here. Caution being called. Before the leaders were able to make their way around. Let's try it again here. The green, the white. Once again, Denny going to streak him onto the back straightaway. We'll see if we make it to turns 3 and 4 this time. Checkered flag. The hop and the skip from Weigel. That's going to open the door for Jerry Coons. Jerry.
Well, that was
race his way into the show.
That's a yin and yang situation.
There you go. So Jerry Coons Jr. sneaks by for the final transfer spot as Zach Weigel went bouncing through turns 3 and 4. Shane Cottle crossing in 4th, Kyle Cummins in 3rd, Gavin Miller in 2nd. Winner in that one comes to you out of Galloway, Ohio. The Trench Shoring, Rodilla Fabrication, Ed Pink, link number 25. Give him a hand, Jacob Denny, picking up your semi-feature number 1. Let's take it down trackside.
Jacob Denny picks up Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature number 1 and locks this thing into the main event tonight for the BC39. And Jacob led some laps the other night on Thursday night. The racetrack is pretty considerably different tonight.
Yeah, it's way different. There's a lot of holes, and every lap is different because sometimes you'll go in there and it'll be packed full of just loose dirt, and the next lap it'll be gone because you just blew through it. So it's definitely rough. It's going to be a cowboy up feature for sure, and I had to win that one. You know, every row on this track is definitely going to matter. So hopefully, we can make it through there, and there's not a lot of carnage in the feature.
Having led some laps there and being able to kind of work with the racetrack without anybody in front of you, do you feel like you learned a lot?
Kind of not. I was trying to look back and see if I was pulling away, doing different things, entry and then exit, but yeah, we just got to watch this next one, try to learn some more, and then the LCQ, and see if the track slicks up at all.
Jacob Denny, he puts it in the show for the 6th running of the BC39. He's your winner of Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature number 1.
Thank you very much. Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature number 2. Going to make its way out. The Terrier are going to make a few laps on the high side of the Speedway. Justin Grant going to lead him down to the drop of the green flag. The driver to Ione, California. The NOS Energy Drink and ViroFab MPV Express number 2. Next to him will roll Thomas Meseral out of San Jose, California. Driver the England Machine and Tool Team STV EA Stealth Spike Chassis number 7X. Next row from the inside, Ethan Mitchell out of Mooresville, North Carolina, the Bundy Built Motorsports. Spike, Walker Filtration, number 19M. And from the 4th starting spot, the driver to Sutter, California, the Indy Fuel, Indy Power Sports, Carrington Homes, number 57. That will be Logan Seavey. Ryan Timms out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the JBL IWX Mobile 1, number 67, inside of row number 3. And to his right will be Kaylee Bryson out of Muskogee, Oklahoma, the Indy Power Sports, Logistical Systems Incorporated, the Auto Ranch, number 58. Emerson Axum in the 67K inside of your next row to Franklin, Indiana. Driver of the Speedway Toyota Lane KKM Kerr Agajanian entry. He'll go from the 7th starting spot, and the driver lining up in 8th will be Kevin Newton out of Farmersburg, Indiana. The Honest Abe Roofing, EA Stealth Spike Chassis, Second Law Motorsports, number 16TH. The 14S inside of your next row is going to be Tyler Edwards out of Salina, Oklahoma. The Inferno Armor Rockwell Security, Mount Stout Motorsports, number 14. And from the 10th starting spot, it will be Darren Knight. He's out of Adrian, Michigan. Driver of the Dan Meeks Motorsports, K-Tech Spike Chassis, number 3. Alex Karpowitz, the driver to Spring Branch, Texas. The Rockwell Security Smith Titanium Hui Hat Company Link Chassis, number 19. He's set to roll from 11th from 12th. CJ Leary, the winner with the USAC Gainesville Sprint Car National Championship here during your Stoops Invitational. On Thursday, the Metalhead One Performance Products, Acro Seal, Acro Lube Grease number 54, set to go from the 12th starting spot. Joel Myers Jr. Myers coming to us out of Santa Rosa, California, the High Plains Building Division, Indy Performance Composites, Stanton Link Chassis number 1. Inside of row number 7, outside of him, Cody Beard. Beard coming to us out of Huntington, Indiana, the Meyer Logistics, Advantage Fire, Ripper Chassis, Batteries Now, number 7B. Chris Bowie was set to go for the inside of row number 8. He has scratched from competition. The driver who was set to go next to him, Todd Hobson at Clyde Victoria Austro, the West Evans Motorsports, QuickTime Products, number 75. Adam Taylor in the number 7T, set to be in this one. Driver to Westfield, Indiana, driver the Smoky Speed Shop. Jonesbury Racing, Chevy V4 Spike, number 7T, as is the 27X. Of Kyle Jones out of Kennedale, Texas. The Rush Race Gear, Stanton Spike, number 27. The 15J, Davey Ray. He did not practice earlier. See if he makes the call here. Out of Davenport, Iowa, the Industrial Anodizing. Ray Pro, Excalibur Graphics, DRC Chassis, number 15. Next to him, again, having to drop to the tail end of the lineup. A car change going into a Trifecta Motorsports entry. Zach Dom in the Kiwi Landscaping, Southern Transport, Flurry Racing Stables, PDIDiesel.com, number 7U, and your final starter is set to be the 3J, Cameron LaRose out of Phoenix, Arizona, the Avante Windows and Doors, Esslinger Spike, number 3J. Again, that car originally piloted by J.J. Yaley. He was not able to make it back for tonight's racing action. So Cameron LaRose, fellow Phoenix, Arizona driver, taking the controls. I believe Drake with another update.
Well, Brian, currently we're in the Briggs Danner pit. Of course, he was in a transfer spot when he had to go to the Indy Metal Finishing work area. The team told me they believe it is an ignition issue, but they are in thrash mode, and that's because they are still good enough to make the Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts last chance qualifiers. He was 15th in that semi-feature, so the team is going to do their best to make it out for the LCQ.
Yeah, that's going to be important. In fact, if Brady Bacon is not able to come back, then Justin Grant is the only driver who has a chance to be a repeat winner of the BC39. Given our trends, Brian, we may have a first-time USAC winner take the big prize tonight.
That would be quite the storyline. To not only have 3 first-time winners in one event, but to have them playing the BC39.
Right. You know, Davey Ray, you said Davenport, Iowa. He's obviously lived in this part of the country for a long time now, but we mentioned his deep racing roots. We know he always had great fans at the Checkered Flag Tavern here in Indianapolis. Great old place that was once tended by Bud Moneymaker, an outstanding midget and original ARCA driver. We'll haul you over there some night. Good food, Brian.
Checking into the FloRacing broadcast, the one and only David Goodson, Impact4800.com. We want to talk about somebody that does a lot with racing. That is Impact Signs, Awnings, and Wraps. He's checking things out here. Toyota Racing Development Pace Truck bringing the field onto the back straightaway. Justin Grant, winner of this event 1 year ago. 11 overall USAC wins on the season. It's
been an odd year for Justin. I mean, it's had a bunch of high points. We excited about having won 3 straight races on the mile in Silver Crown competition. And he's in the hunt for the Silver Crown Championship. Needs a little help, but he's there.
Wyndham, the last driver that swept the miles here.
Right.
Hines was the last one to do it in qualifying and feature event action. Grant tying that feat this year. As he won down to Springfield and DeCoin. He's won in all 3 divisions of USAC National Competition. Now trying to race his way into the BC39 as we go to green. He'll jump out and take the early advantage here. Thomas Meserol Thursday night was challenging up at the front of the field. Car waning a little bit in the closing laps. Finds himself in an Elliott's Custom Trailers and Karts semi-feature event. He runs in second right now. The Indy field number 57 to Logan Seavey. Right now going to run in the 3rd position. The 19M of Ethan Mitchell and the 67 of Ryan Timms currently making the 5 drivers looking to race their way into your last chance qualifier. You got Emerson Axum, Kaylee Bryson chasing along with Kevin Newton, Darren Nida, and Tyler Edwards currently making up your top 10. Challenge for the 4th spot. Looking for a little insurance here. He will duck to the inside and get denied. Coverage unacceptable for the JBL number 67. It will be Little Bundy holding on to the 4th spot for the time being. Battle raging on behind him. He got Bryson fending off the charge so far of Axum. Bryson said her interview on her preliminary night, really trying to get back comfortable with these cars. The smallest track she's been in all year is a half mile. She's been running USAC Silver Crown as well as the Trans Am Series. Towards the end of the feature event, I asked her if she felt more comfortable. Said a lot more.
Right, a lot more comfortable. And remember, a year ago, Justin Grant and Thomas Meserol were teammates. Now they're the top 2 spots.
Justin Grant continues to lead. Back behind Bryson, you got Emerson Axum. You've got the 14 bouncing up through there as well. And it's going to be Tyler Edwards. You got Darren Nida, and now you got Kevin Newton running at your top 10. Working the inside is Nida. On the outside is Axum making his way by. It's going to be Tyler Edwards. He's up in the 7th. Bryson running in 6th. Tim running in 5th. Mitchell running in 4th. Seavey in 3rd. Meserol in 2nd. They're all still chasing Justin Grant. Nos Energy, Himmelgarten Enterprises number 2 starting to spy the back of the field here as we work into the closing laps. They'll come around this time to 3 to go. Right now, Ryan Timms sitting comfortably in that final transfer spot into the LCQ. Bryson not so comfortable in that 6th spot. She has got Edwards bearing down on her right now. Look to the outside of the exit turn number 2, right to the back bumper of the exit turn number 4 still. Not able to make the charge, though.
Edwards trying to make that high side work, giving it all its work.
White flag has flown. Your leader is in traffic. Problems. She gets it back going. The Bryson losing a step at the exit turn number 4 last time by. Checker flag drops to this one, and Justin Grant locks himself into the BC39. Thomas Meserol going to join him. Logan Seavey, Ethan Mitchell, Ryan Timms going to move on. Tyler Edwards going to cross in 6th. Darren Nida in 7th. Kaylee Bryson ends up in 8th. Emerson Axum and Kevin Newton, your top 10 unofficially. Leary, Dom, Myers, Karpowitz, and Beard. Your top 15. Taylor, LaRose, Jones, and Ray. Set to head back to the trailer here tonight. So again, the 5 drivers moving on to the last chance qualifier. Timms in 5th, Mitchell in 4th, Seavey in 3rd, Meserol in 2nd. And your winner in Elliott's Custom Trailers and Karts semi-feature event number 2 is at Ione, California. Driver the Nos Energy and Envirofab MPV Toyota Spike number 2. Race fans, give him a hand. Justin Grant down trackside.
Justin Grant has had a fast race car all night. It proves fast once again. He picks up Elliott's Custom Trailers and Karts semi-feature number 2 during this BC39. And Justin, we have to talk about that moment you had in lap traffic with about 3 laps to go. What's the fine line between being aggressive and then trying to get off of it when something happens in front of you?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta leave the lap guys a little bit of room, but you can't really stop pushing because you don't know who's behind you, and especially tonight, the way the track's a little bit rough. If you get up off the throttle, the thing pushes big and you lose a lot of time. So it's tough there getting a lap traffic, and there's kind of one lane that everybody's in, or at least I was in, and they were in it too. And yeah, we about had a moment there. The motor was actually totally shut off and everything, and it landed and refired. So we got a little bit of a break there, and we'll go keep tinkering on the Nos Energy drink number 2 and see if we can't march forward in the feature.
Yeah, kind of a lucky break there for Justin Grant. If it wasn't on flow or if you guys didn't see it, he kind of got up over the right rear of a lap car. Car got airborne, as you heard him say. The engine completely shut off when it hit the ground. It refired for him. Here's a replay for you if you're watching on FloRacing. There he goes, right over the right rear. So definitely a lucky break, but he also earned that one. There are not a ton of drivers in the world who are able to save an incident like this one, but Justin Grant is one of them. And he said earlier, actually, I think he was one of the only drivers earlier who said he was actually comfortable on this surface. So that proves it. That proves true in this moment.
Thank you very much. Cars making their way out to the Speedway now will be your drivers already locked in. Through preliminary feature competition, we'll give them a few laps to shake down the car. Of course, the 40 at Chase McDermott on track out of Springfield, Illinois. The Mulch Express of Wisconsin, MPV Express, Rex Road Racing. Mount Stout number 40. On the Speedway, Pursley likewise on the track at Locust Grove, Oklahoma. The pristineauction.com, NOS Energy number 86. Jade Evadissian at Clovis, California. The Mobile 1 TRD Peels number 71. As I believe Drake down trackside.
We've caught up with Tyler Edwards, who is just one spot short of advancing straight to the feature. The good news is you still have a chance to make the feature event. You position yourself well for the Elliot's Custom Trailers and Carts LCQ. So now the big question is, how do you capitalize on that and make it into the show?
Man, I actually kind of enjoy this racetrack right now. It's a little rough, little technical, got some character. So honestly, man, just keep our nose clean right here. Don't make any mistakes, and we should be able to lock in pretty easy. I feel like I got a little confidence back now. So I struggled the first night, and I can't thank these guys enough about everything they're doing here with the motors and race cars. Jay and Gavin doing an awesome job for all of us. So
Tyler Edwards has had a good season with the Extreme Outlaw Midget Series presented by Toyota, now trying to lock into one of the biggest midget races of the season. He's still got to make it through the LCQ.
Thank you very much, Drake. 71K, Cannon McIntosh put on a massive drive to lock into the show on Thursday in the closing laps. Makes his way down the front straightaway. The 97K, Cale Drake. Of course, we just saw him pick up his first career USAC National Championship win, his 5th overall triumph of the season, his first in USAC competition.
He's got to dial it back down a little bit. I mean, he's still on an emotional high, and now he's, as he said, by the way, kudos to him. That was an excellent interview in his victory lane, hit all the right notes, and said, I have more work to do, and he does. So he puts that last win behind him and gets ready to try to make some history tonight.
Jade Evadissian, quickest driver on track at a 12:4:22. 4th time around, her quickest lap of that hot lap session. Dason Pursley, a 12:4:57. Chase McDermott, a 12:6:14. Cannon McIntosh and Cale Drake. So the stage set, the horn is sounding for the drivers to begin making their way into the staging lanes and get ready to go onto the track for your Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts last chance qualifier.